What's up, guys? It's JT. Today I'm going to be attempting a giveaway slam. You guys know what a MTB slam is, probably. It's where you catch a fish on every lure that came in your mystery tackle box. I'm kind of going to be doing the same thing, but catching a fish on all 5 lures that came in this giveaway I won. I entered a giveaway on Instagram from Midwest Warriors Outdoors, and I got lucky and somehow won it. But I'll go through the lures one by one, and then we're going to go out onto the lake and hopefully complete the slam and catch a fish on all 5 of these lures. So from the left to the right, you have V&M Flukes, 6 Cents Divine Shaky Worm, Jean LaRue Tattletale Worms, and then 2 types of chatterbaits here, a red one and a yellow one. And then I put swim baits on the back of both of those. So yeah, pretty easy. Catch a fish on all 5 of these and I complete the challenge. Let's go fishing. Alright guys, first lure I'm gonna try to complete the giveaway slam on is this red chatterbait. I've paired it with a 3-inch paddle-tail swim bait from Jawbone. That's just the Dick's Sporting Goods brand, but sometimes it's not about the brand names, because this swim bait gets the job done, even if it isn't that brand that you're looking for. I am going to switch tactics and put on my medium fast. I call it an ultralight because it's super lightweight. But I have a wacky rig tied on, and I know that these are 6 Cents shaky worms, but I don't have any shaky heads at the moment. So I am going to tie on, or not tie on, but I'm going to wacky rig 6 Cents Fishing Divine Shaky Worm. Find the middle, just right here, and wacky rig that sucker. Alright, should be able to catch a fish on this. Larger presentation for a wacky worm, but should get the job done. Cast out there. Keep it above the weeds. The weeds are bad. They're really tall. This will definitely be the easiest lure of the bunch to catch a fish on for me. There's fish. There's fish number 1. Small bass. Fish number 1 comes on the 6 Cents. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, it came on the 6 Cents shaky worm. Alright guys, we got our first fish of the bunch on the 6 Cents shaky worm. Sorry, I'm so bad at saying their name. I always just mess it up. Divine Shaky Worm. I'll put that back in the container here. Of Jean LaRue Tattletale Worms, which it says do shaky heads, so I think to me that means wacky rig. Alright, so once again, wacky rigging. This time a Jean LaRue shaky worm. There's fish. Don't go under the dock. Alright, I think that is going to conclude the fight with this fish. Let's pull it up onto the dock. There it goes. Yeah, that's my second bait. catch, dude. Alright, slide this lure down so you guys can see. That fish is on the Jean LaRue worms. So there we go. There's our second fish on the second lure. Slam's coming along good. And he goes back to where he came from. There's another fish. Another dink on the Jean LaRue worms. He actually stole my worm, so that's annoying. Alright. That is the second fish on the Jean LaRue worms. Little small largemouth bass. And he's back where he came from. Alright, so caught 2 fish on these. I just kept fishing. So got them back-to-back casts. These are the Jean LaRue tattletale worms. And now I'm going to move on to the V&M Pork Shad 2.0. It's basically just a fluke. So let's put that on a weightless Texas rig and see how it works. Alright guys, weightless Texas rig, fishing a fluke. I've never fished a fluke before, so I'm going to have to see how to do this. I believe it's just like a jerk bait. Yeah, okay. Alright, I can do this. This shouldn't be that hard. I'm gonna make it weedless. And it kind of just glides around, kind of like a glide bait. Up. Casted right on it. Fish? Oh no. No, never mind. I might have had a bite. I guess I'm not going to check how to rig this yet. Fish it in these weeds for a second. There's a fish. No way. Fish on the fluke. First fluke fish. It's a pike. No, it's not. It's a bass. It's a bass. No way. It's a decent bass. He's pulling drag pretty good. Pretty good largemouth bass here on the fluke. Let's get him in. Oh, buddy. Get the weeds off here, show you guys. Here is a fluke fish. We're gonna weightless. Oh, okay. That's the second fish today to snap my line with a hook in its mouth. There's a good 1.5 pounder. Pretty decent. Thank you. All right, let him go. First fluke fish ever. And he is swimming away. All right, we got a fish on all 3 soft plastics. So now it's time for the 2 chatterbaits, which is going to be the most difficult. I tried to start out with it, but it didn't work too well. And now I'm forced to fish with it as the chatterbaits are my last 2 baits to catch fish on. So just gonna straight retrieve along this weed edge, and hopefully some bass will come and slam it. These swim baits are a struggle. Or these chatterbaits. It's not been easy, folks. Yes, finally. Chatterbait fish. Watch out, I gotta land it. Chatterbait fish. First jig fish ever. Although it's a bladed jig, but I guess it's basically the same thing. He's about to flop. There it is, guys, on the red chatterbait. That's a good, like, 1.5 pounder. I'll show you guys on the dock. Boom. So here's your bass right here. That is the 4th bait of the slam down, and this fish is going away. We're gonna have to switch up to the chartreuse chatterbait. Let's get it. So yeah, here is the chatterbait. Let's catch a fish on it and complete the slam. I watched it. It didn't hook up though. It didn't bite for very long. In fact, it could have been a bluegill. Yeah, this slam has caused me to catch fish on lures I've never used, but 2 kinds of the lures were kinds I've never had. I've never had a fluke fish. I've never had a chatterbait fish. Doubled up. Turned it in. There we go. We completed the challenge. Whoa! Okay, the fish is gone, but I did. That is the challenge. We did the slam. I caught fish on 2 chatterbaits and a fluke, and then 2 types of worms, one of which was finesse, and the other one was like a split tail, which is basically finesse. I wacky rigged both of them and got it done. So now I guess I'm free to fish with whatever I want. Although this chatterbait just caught a fish in like the first 5 minutes I'm using it, so I'm gonna keep throwing it for a minute. But yeah, that's the challenge. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fishing, throw some topwater later, but if that is the end of the video, then I hope you guys enjoyed. Alright guys, that is gonna wrap up the video. I caught a fish on all 5 lures that I received from my giveaway win, and it really pushed me out of my comfort zone because I'd never caught a fish on a chatterbait before. I'd never even used a fluke before. So it's a good learning experience, and I'm glad I did it. Let's make this giveaway slam a trend. So share the video, like the video, comment, do anything you can to help me out. Also, please subscribe. With that being said, I thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next week.